Well, hello people, Soloman here. Now here's a tragic news item. Now this happened in Florida, so anybody who's listening in Florida can let me know how and why this could have happened, or even in America perhaps, because I for the life of me can't understand how this could have possibly ever have happened. These two children here, they were 6 and 9 years old, died because the scuba tanks they were using were filled with helium and not oxygen. But really they shouldn't have had the tanks at all, should they? Now I'm a scuba diver, a paddy. Mind you, I haven't scuba dived for years. But there's rules and regulations, isn't there? Anyway, the news item continues. The mother and father of these children were separated, but the father had taken them to a friend's house, and this is where they got hold of these tanks. And they got in the pool and started scuba diving, I guess. Well, going underwater at least, in the swim pool. But very soon after they become unconscious and sank. They were given CPR and taken to the hospital, but they both died 4 days later. But you don't give tanks, even oxygen tanks, compressed air, to children. At least we don't here. And I thought it was the mother who was involved in this, but really it was the father. The mother was called when the children were taken to hospital, but I guess it was the father that was responsible for the accident in the first place. What the hell was he thinking? Like I say, the people in America or even Florida, is this a recognized thing? Is it so loosely regulated there? Anyway, it was completely investigated, and it was decided that they weren't going to bring any charges. Because, let's face it, the father in that has lost enough already, and I fully understand that. But he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Alright, he didn't know it was helium in the tanks, but for me, they're just a bit too young for that sort of thing. Anyway, guys, what do you think of this news item? Tragic that it is. I don't know, maybe things have changed, but I went scuba diving in Florida myself, down the Florida Keys. It was lovely, but you can't get compressed air oxygen or a scuba tank unless you got a paddy license. It may be the persons or the friend had a scuba license, but you don't give the tanks to your children. You have no idea what type of air is in there. It does seem such a complete waste of life, especially a young life like that. Anyway, guys, you take it easy now.